Hey, this is Alan. I'm doing this movie for YZF600R.com. This is a how-to polish wheels on a budget. My budget. It might be a little different than your budget, but this is what I came up with my budget. First thing I did was take the wheel off. I saved you guys the painstaking trouble of videoing the wheel taken off. I'm sure you guys know how to do that. Let me get right to the stuff that's going to accomplish the job here. 7-inch angle grinder. I bought it at Harbor Freight Tools. I paid $40 for it. Your welder's combo kit. The reason why I bought this kit was the apron and the gloves, because the grinder gets hot. So the welder glove is going to save your hands, and also the apron is going to save your clothes. I don't know if you guys are familiar with working with Jeweler's Rouge, but that stuff manages to get everywhere. I mean, it'll turn you black as night. So the aircraft paint remover, I got at AutoZone for $6. The buffing wheel, the Stone Spiral buffing wheel, I got it at Harbor Freight Tools for I think $3 or $4. The dust mask, trust me, you're gonna need that with the Jeweler's Rouge. You're gonna get everywhere. This is what's gonna save you from doing probably 90% of it by hand. The surface discs, it's for a die grinder. Right here. Now, you guys like to do a lot of stuff by hand, you know, wet sanding and all that. Hey, knock yourself out. I'm lazy. I don't want to do any of that. I'd rather have air do it for me. So this is what the equipment we're going to be using right here. I also got this at Harbor Freight Tools, $130. I've had it for about 6 to 8 years. I just can't kill it. As far as the storage tank, you don't need to do with that. Like I said, I used to do this on a regular basis. I used to have 4, 5, 6 bikes in here at one time. And I stopped doing it. I just didn't have time to do it anymore. So, but that's why I got the extra tank. So, since we know what we're going to be using now, let's walk out here to the wheel. I've already got the wheel prepped. The wheel is already taped off with the bearings, both sides. To be honest with you, I tried to get the wheel off. Pain in the ass. Not worth it. I can buff it or polish the wheel with the tire being on it. So, I am going to stop the video, and then I'll start it back when we get ready to use the surface discs. I'm going to be applying the aircraft paint remover and letting it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, we moved into the garage. The bugs outside were getting horrible, so we came in. I've already started on it a little bit. Now, the paint remover didn't work all that well. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. On a brand new bike, it seems not to work as well as if it was an older rim. So I've already started stripping it with the die grinder. I go very easy, and once I go around it with the medium, then I go around it with the light. That saves a whole lot of elbow right there. Yeah, once you get the paint off and rough it up, then you go back with the, you change the head to a medium, or to a fine, and then it seems to get those light scratches. I don't know if you can see them scratches, but little light scratches in it, you'll be able to get them out. And then once you put your buffing wheel, you'll really be able to get them out then. So I just wanted to show you guys me using the die grinder, and I'll stop it and start it back when I go to the next step. Hi, this is Hyperion for YZF600R.com. This is part 3 of our video on how to polish wheels. I've already showed you guys the materials we're going to be using, and I also showed you the demonstration on the die grinder and how to use roll-up pads to take your paint off and to finish the wheel. So let's go ahead and take a look. Part 3 was the polishing aspect of it, and I also want to note too that I had to buy grittier roll-up pads. I had to buy the 40x60 grit. I had to buy about 10 or 15 of those. And I went through more of the medium than I was supposed to. 2007 wheels, I guess, are a little more tougher than the older wheels, I'm assuming. Maybe Yamaha made some kind of difference in the wheels. I don't know. But let's take a look at what we did. Okay, after I used the hardest grit, which was the 40x60, and I used the medium grit, I went back over the wheel with 320 sandpaper. 320 sandpaper is going to be taking all the rough scratches out of it that the polishing pad is not going to take out. This is what it looks like prepped.
this is what it looks like done. I probably went over the wheel about 2 or 3 times with the Jeweler's Rouge and the buffing pad, and I'm going to be honest with you, it probably took me probably a good 3 or 4 days to do this one wheel. That's a couple hours here, 3 hours here, but that's what she looks like. Of course, the hardest part of the wheel to get done is going to be right here where the head of it is, because the wheel is unfinished, and it took a lot of roll-up pads to actually cut the wheel back. Down here where the lip is was fairly easy. So that's my version of how to do wheels, and this has been Hyperion for YZF600R.com.